Fred and Sheila McCoy, Hatfield McCoy Museum and Adventures. We're on an adventure today.
Yeah.
Doing several videos you'll see over the next week or so of different areas, different graveyards, different historical locations we visited. We're up here today. We were doing it on Floyd Hatfield and Bad Elias and George Hatfield and some of my Hatfield ancestors. And we run across, you know, here is Kentucky. This is Kentucky Hatfield.
Yeah.
Kentucky Hatfield was the daughter of Bad Elias and Eliza Hatfield. She was the daughter. Now, she had a sister named Virginia.
Right.
One of them was named Kentucky, one Virginia. Kentucky married Allen Hatfield.
Okay.
Now, Allen Hatfield lived over here behind this Blackberry Grade School. And that's where he lived at. And he was the...
what was his, kind of like his nickname, his identifying?
His nickname was Creek Allen.
Okay.
Reason his name was, good question. Reason his name was Creek Allen was because down on the river, down toward Mate One, there was another Allen Hatfield. Right. His name was River Allen. You've heard me talk about River Allen many a time because River Allen is the one that became the Mate One police chief and shot and killed Hubert Bay McCoy, unarmed Hubert Bay McCoy. Shot him in the back of the head and killed him dead.
Executed.
Hubert Bay was a World War II hero. Hubert Bay McCoy.
Right.
River Allen shot and killed a guy 7 months before that. In fact, his nickname, the reason they have these nicknames is like Bad Elias, Good Elias, Devil Ants Hatfield, Preacher Ants Hatfield, Ain't Betty, Allen's Betty. Everybody, there's all kinds of where they were both named Elizabeth.
So they could tell them apart who you were talking to at that moment in time. Yeah.
So Creek Allen here, he was married to Kentucky.
Okay.
Now Kentucky, and then we're going to go back to River Allen. Kentucky and Creek Allen, she became pregnant. She had a baby. But during this, having this baby thing, that's why there's no day to death. Yeah. This baby's day to death, and its date of birth is the same.
Yeah.
She died, Kentucky Hatfield died giving birth to her first child. So now Allen Hatfield went on to marry again, have another family, and other Hatfields, and prominent family here on Blackberry, good people. And but that's where his relationship and Kentucky's ended because she died and their baby died.
Oh.
Now Kentucky had her sister Virginia.
Right.
Her sister married River Allen Hatfield. Coincidental. Creek Allen Hatfield married Kentucky. Yeah. River Allen Hatfield, another Allen Hatfield, married Virginia Hatfield. Both of them the daughters of Bad Elias and Eliza Chafin Hatfield. There. Now Virginia and Allen Hatfield, he's about like Devil Ants to me. He was trying to get a name like Devil Ants. He wanted to have a name, he's a little small fellow like me, and he wanted to have a name like Devil Ants Hatfield. So in doing so, he killed 2 men while he was the police chief in Mate One, West Virginia. He was police chief for almost 2 years. During those 2 years, he killed 2 men. Both of them unarmed, supposedly. Rock Nunnery was supposedly unarmed. And they indicted him, took him to trial. One of his police officers didn't show up for the trial, so they had no other choice but to exonerate him. They acquitted him. He got away with it. 7 months later, he shot and killed Hubert Bay McCoy, shooting him in the back of the head. Hubert Bay unarmed. So that one there, they indicted him again, arrested him, and found him guilty, sentenced him to 5 years of hard labor. And he'd moved away after all that, and then years later he come back. Well, when he came back, a lot of people had forgotten over the years. He does a radio interview on YouTube. Go to YouTube, Google YouTube, Allen Hatfield. Listen to him do a radio. He smoked a pipe. I remember my mom and dad owned Blackberry Supermarket right down the road here. And he'd come in there, and that pipe, I don't know what kind of tobacco he had in it, but it wasn't no forgetting it. But he smoked that pipe, and he had this voice. You'll hear him on this YouTube video. And But years later, he bragged about it, about being the police chief and people forgot. A lot of the newer people, younger people, they forgot or they didn't know or didn't remember that he had killed 2 people within those 2 years, unarmed. And he's on the radio station, and his family, they promote that video. It's got like 30,000 views. They promote it like he's like he's a real quality kind of guy. He's not. He's a murderer. And but he gets on there, he says he's police chief for 5 years. I was police chief for 5 years, he says.
About 5 years.
About 5 years. And he said, well, wow, did you kill a couple men or 3 men or something? He said, well, I killed White-Eyed Italian. White-Eyed Italian was a rock nunnery that he shot and killed. He didn't mention Hubert Bay McCoy, the other one.
Right.
They change the topic and go to something else and talk about the feud. But I wish they would have continued on. I wish they would have asked him, but he done said he was police chief for 5 years. He wasn't even police chief for 2 years. Killed 2 men and sentenced to 5 years in prison. I don't know how I always go back. I always tend to go to the negative, but I mean, that's history. That's
like
history, and there's so many people telling the good things about these people. There's so many people. There's one of his descendants, his grandchildren, started off with rumor, at least in 2011. I'm seeing this, and it's just so sad. Go back and watch Hubert Bay McCoy
please
videos.
Watch the videos. Yeah.
Watch Hubert Bay McCoy videos from the main beginning. Back when we first started doing videos, it's probably the first or second video we ever done.
Yeah.
That's the first videos that we do are the most interesting, because that's when I was really
passionate.
Sheila calls it passionate. Sometimes I get mad as hell, but
Bleep.
you can call it passionate if you want. But it's that people's told these stories for years, and I just get tired of it. Anyway, that's Kentucky Hatfield and her daughter.
Bless her heart.
And
poor thing.
That's going to conclude the ones that we're going to cover up here today on the Hatfield Cemetery in front of the Blackberry Schoolhouse. Now, when we go down through here, Sheila will take the camera. We'll start another video as she leaves, and you can show in reference to where this graveyard is at, and where we're going. If you're standing at Blackberry Grade School, if you're standing down there at the Asa Harmon McCoy historical marker,
you can see it from here because we did a video on it.
Yeah.
And I'm pointing from where we're standing, and I'm pointing.
I remember that. Is that not a thumbnail?
That's the thumbnail.
I believe that's the thumbnail. So if you want to see it from a different angle, go find the video where Sheila's standing at the Blackberry Grade School bridge, pointing up on a hill, and you'll see the tombstones.
Yep. We are leaving the Hatfield Cemetery, and I'm going to walk down through here this way to show you a different way.
Which Hatfield Cemetery are we leaving?
George Hatfield, which is right up there, the white little headstone there. That is George Hatfield. This is his cemetery. And we'll go down through here. You can see this little path thing here. So we're going to walk down through here. This is different. See, back here is the cemetery, as you can see.
I hope they can hear us for these leaves, don't you?
Yeah, I know. These leaves are dried and crunchy.
Fall of the year.
Yep. But we're going to turn around, and then we're going to go back down through here. This way. And follow the fence line down. This is a beautiful morning today. Oh, my goodness. Look how beautiful. For November. Look at this. I love to walk, Lenny. The Hatfield Cemetery is across from the Blackberry Grade School, which you can see bits and pieces of it as we're coming down through here.
Yeah, when you get to the other side, you'll see it better.
That's the school that Fred went to when he was young.
Now there's where all the Hatfield family, I mean, they're all related, of course, even on this other half, but that's George Hatfield, Preacher Ance's, Preacher Ance's brothers and so forth. So,
and here's the other half.
This is still a lot of Hatfield.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sheila's catching me. I almost fell twice.
It's all good. No worries.
She's trying to talk, but every time I twist my ankle on one of these rocks,
I mean,
she grabs me.
That's right. We got each other. We're a team, baby.
Yeah, sun's shining.
I know, isn't that beautiful? Yeah. Thank you, Lord, for this beautiful day.
Beautiful day.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And it's not too bad. It's not really cold. It's the thing. And I love that because I hate being cold, guys.
That's a Crawford.
Wow, yeah.
So along with Hatfields and I see Scott's.
Yeah, I can't read any from here. I'm blind as a bat.
Coleman's. There's several different, as in any cemetery.
For sure. People just asked to be
good
buried
view
here.
of it.
Isn't it pretty?
Yeah, we've come up here before and didn't show how we went around the turn or anything, but that's the road that we went around.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, on the other side of this curve here is where we're parked at now.
Yeah, let's stop here because here's a good view of Blackberry School. You can see that. And if you look, you can see Asa Harmon's sign down there. His sign. I can't see what I'm doing here, but I think I'm pointing towards it there. His historical marker. There's the Hatfield, not Hatfield, Blackberry Grade School, excuse me, that Fred went to. They've turned it into a haunted house now. Asa Harmon lived over and through there, out back, and then over and through there is the cave where he was murdered, where he was hiding out. And this right here is Blackberry Fire Department that Fred, his dad, and some other people had started. And here we are.
There you go. That's where you usually go up, ain't it?
Yes, you go up these steps and then you walk around that way.
As we go out
but we
of here,
took the other way.
We'll let her film because it is, well, we probably won't because we've got a toolbox on the back.
Yeah.
And we can't turn up here. We're going to have to back off of here.
Yep.
But this is where we're going to come off at. And some of you may notice sometimes when we do the videos on Devil Anse's monument here on Blackberry that I get so passionate about.
It's right down there.
It's right through those trees right there is that fish pond and his other monument.
Right.
Where they have Randall McCoy facing the hillside. And right around that curve of them trees right there is where I grew up.
Exactly.
It's called Left Hand Fork. Left Hand Fork of Blackberry. I was the Mom and Pa and Dad and us. Just as soon as you cross that bridge on the right.
The first houses.
Yeah. Well, Cordy and Jenny and Beatty, there were 3 older women that lived the first house.
Oh,
they were
really?
sisters and they were spinsters.
Didn't know that. Oh.
Yeah, I remember on the Waltons where you had to, I don't know that they didn't make no recipe or nothing, but they were 3 and they were sweet old ladies. I was just a little kid then, but they lived in the first house, and then Mom, Pa, and Dad and all of us, we lived in the rest of the property up there on that side of the hill. So, interesting day. Yeah, they've taken the school that I went to at Blackberry from kindergarten to the 8th grade and turned it into a haunted house now. They sold it. Turned it into a haunted house.
Yep.
And we talked on a video a while back, also the hospital I was born in, Wimpson Memorial Hospital, is now a haunted house. That's where I was born. So, Sheila, okay, I'm rambling on. You're up.
That's all good. No worries. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys.